Alrighty. What is up, YouTube? I'm your boy, Fatal fucking Slobbeth. An intro, right? Yeah. Faye, introduce yourself, yo.
What do you mean? Okay, hi, I'm Faye.
Threw you on the spot, bitch.
I know. I immediately froze up too. I was like, "What?
Excuse
Who?
me?
Who am I?
I don't know who the fuck I am. What are you talking about?
What's going on?
What?
What's going on?
You? But anyways, welcome guys to a brand spanking new video, man. This is an idea that I pitched at Faye a little while back. And yeah, I want to see how we do with this shit. Basically, we play a game, and while we're playing the game, we go ahead and review a movie that we just recently watched, which in this case would have been last night when me and Faye watched Scream, as you can see by the poster down in the bottom right corner, left corner, because I'm fucking retarded. Yeah, fucking. So yeah, so basically we're just gonna be talking about the film, what we thought about it, our fucking opinions on it, and shit like that, and then take it from there. So. Faye, you know what? Actually, while we're doing this puzzle, I guess I'll start with you. I get your thoughts on it and shit like that, because you're a horror buff.
Yeah. I really liked it, but for me, I can't believe you died in 2 seconds. It's been 2 seconds.
I timed that wrong, bitch.
Not
Just come grab me, and I'll run over and turn off the thing. Oh fuck! 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 Anyways, go ahead, Faye.
Yeah. Okay, so I loved it. It was amazing. No spoilers, but it was really great. But I thought it was a little predictable because I pinpointed the killers like, I don't know, what was it, like 20 minutes into the movie? The killers were going to be?
Yeah, I would say about like the first 20 minutes, yeah, to the very opening of that shit, like, because I mentally thought that, like, as soon as I saw the dude, I was like, yo, that's definitely the guy. But I kept that in the back of my head the entire time, because when it comes to, like, slasher films or whodunit fucking films, like, you rip your hair out trying to figure out who the killer is, right? Like, sometimes movies are painfully fucking obvious. But sometimes people just don't know, right? There's a thing up there, by the way. Yeah, I got a key. All right, so... But yeah, fucking, like, this movie here, like, yeah, I do agree with you on the aspect that it definitely was predictable, for sure. Like, there was definitely some moments that even I told you, like, you know, like, fucking, or this might happen, or whatever the case may be, and sure enough, turned out to be true.
Right.
You definitely called the killer, like, literally, like, as you said earlier, like, 20 minutes into the fucking movie. And the more I thought
like,
about
almost
it, I was
immediately.
like, yeah, but they're going to make it that obvious, though? And then, well, tickle my fucking
There were just too many, like, dead giveaways of who, for me, the killers were. Like, I was like, it's too easy to pick it out. And, like, yeah, they throw you in a few trick characters. I'm not going to say who you could potentially be like, for sure, it's this fucking asshole.
Oh, yeah, facts, absolutely.
That makes it too obvious, right? So if they make everybody look suspicious, then you spend the whole time humming and hawing about it, like, is it really this person? But I called the two out that I knew it was, and I stuck with it through the whole thing.
Yeah, no, you did.
But we still have fun coming up with, like, our own little theories about why it could be this person or that person.
Right, absolutely.
Do you even have a key?
Yeah, I got a key.
Oh shit, you did have a key.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of keys from the vendor. Yeah, I mean, that would literally be really my only gripe with this fucking adaptation. Although I will say though, like I was a little hesitant at first when the movie got announced. Like, I think it was last year or the year before. I'm pretty sure it was announced pre or post COVID. I can't remember. But anyway, I was like, really? Do they really need to make another one, man? Like, we're already going on the fucking 5th installment already, and, like, where are you going to take this? Where are you going with this one? Especially after, like, the one that they came out with a couple years back that fucking was supposed to tie all the loose ends.
Right.
But somehow, I guess apparently the fans weren't happy about it or some shit, because they definitely make that apparent in the film.
Yeah. Oh, they did for sure. It was blaringly obvious. But I I was pleasantly surprised. I actually put that movie like on the back burner, kind of like I've had it sitting here forever,
Your bootleg
like
copy.
since it came out. Yeah, what I suspect to be a bootleg copy. Um, I have had it sitting here forever because I was just like, I don't even know if I really want to watch it because I just didn't really have like that high hope for it.
Right.
But I say that I was pleasantly surprised,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
I'm super stoked that they announced another one. Like so excited.
Yeah, with fucking a couple of the original characters from previous films coming back and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
this is not a spoiler because the trailer fucking tells you who's going to be in the fucking movie. You know what I mean? So like I said, like when the announcement was made, I was kind of hesitant at first, but it got me thinking.
Yeah.
Though, I'm like, could this work? Could this not work? So I end up like watching all like the different types of teasers and trailers that came out, whatever you want to call it, kind of in preparation yesterday to watch the film. And fucking yeah, just to kind of like refresh my memory, right? Like of what I think the film is going to be about. And and another thing is too, if you go back and you watch some of the trailers too, this is actually kind of fucking funny. It's like there's you can kind of tell what characters are the main focus and which ones are not. And you can easily tell too which character's gonna get killed off right away too as well. They made that fucking obvious.
Yeah, but there were characters I thought were going to get killed off that did not.
Right. There's one character I would say definitely had a farewell, for sure. That fucking to be fair, I was kind of rather okay. I was actually like kind of happy with the way he went out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, it's kind of like a farewell send off. You know what I mean? Which I'm totally okay with that. To be fair.
Yeah.
But but you know, it really all depends on what you're looking for, man. But like, for my money, man, honestly, Scream films, regardless of the shitty ones or not, like they're still fucking enjoyable to watch. You know what I mean? Because I do like how I really like how they blend in like the realism of like the previous films and turn into like a stab franchise within the Scream universe. You know what I mean? I think that shit is super fucking cool.
Yeah. I loved all the tie-ins. See, but I'm about that right now. Like I love the tie-ins to old movies.
Yes.
So even I know people are gonna like probably disagree, and that's okay. But like the new Jurassic World movie that just came out, Dominion or whatever, it had the old guys and the new ones in it, and I was just like, that's fucking great. Like I love that.
Yeah.
I was so excited.
Yeah, Dr. Grant and all that shit. Yeah. And Adler and whatnot.
Yeah. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, that's the best Jurassic Park they've ever made. Obviously not. But it's just cool to tie the old characters in with the new characters in some way, where they're all represented in one movie.
Absolutely, yeah. And I believe the way like whoever made the film, I can't remember what the guy's name is, definitely did a very, very fantastic job at like literally, you know, fucking tying everything in pretty well. That made it like not seem far-fetched, if that makes sense, but actually makes a lot of sense in a good kind of context. Because sometimes like when you go to bring in like a sequel or whatever the case may be, right, and you are going to go that route of trying to connect it to like the original fucking film and all this other shit. I need this. Like they tend to make really, really stupid, dumbass decisions when it comes to like casting, and not only that, but like trying to get like the older cast to come back, and like half of them are like not even around anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's difficult for that shit. Oh my god. Oh god. But I mean, it happens, man. It happens. Like, okay, I'm trying to focus on getting this thing done. Okay, done. Okay. Can we get this fucking thing out of the way? Thank you. Dear God. But yeah. There is a 6th one that is coming out. I know a lot of people are like, are you serious, man? They're making another one? I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Because to be fair, that style of movie, man, never really can really be outdated. It's a slasher film. Who did it film, right?
It can't. It's a slasher.
It's a slasher.
Slashers are like... Slashers in their own right can never really like...
can never die out.
Disappear. We'll never not have slashers. Like they've always been around. Yeah. Like forever.
Right. And that I don't think that's ever going to change at all, fucking period, man. And I'm totally fine with that. Cause slasher films, like I love those who did it kind of films, right? Because you know what that reminds me of, and this may sound kind of weird. Like, remember like those books that we used to read in grade school and high school, whatever you want to call it, those pick and choose your own adventure kind of shit where you're trying to figure out shit. You know what I mean? And you go to a certain part of the book and like it might tell you like who a killer is or what happened to said character. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that because that's in a weird kind of way. Slasher films can relate to that in a way because you're trying to figure out the entire time who the killer is, right? You know what I mean? And like fucking, so you're guessing and guessing and guessing, and then when the time does come and you figure out who the hell the killer is, it's like I was not expecting that. But sometimes though, sadly, this is where like the news screen kind of falls victim to it. If you're smart enough, you can tell who the killer is like at the first like 20 minutes of the film. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's pretty easy to fucking figure it out. If you don't figure it out, man, then I mean, I guess it's not going to ruin your experience with the film, even if you do figure it out, man. But you're itching for that fucking, for like, hey, I want to see if I'm right moment to come up to play. And when it does, you might be right, you might be wrong. It really depends. And I like that about fucking slasher films, man. It's kind of like when
I think that's fun in slasher films.
Yeah. Like when I remember when I first saw the fucking, what do you call it there? I Know What You Did Last Summer. You know what I mean? Like, like you already think right from the get-go, you know what I mean? Fucking who the killer is, and you're like, oh yeah, it's the guy that got, that got hit by the car, and blah 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 blah. Which turns out it is, but you don't know nothing about him. You know what I mean? And then throughout the course of the film, and you're piecing that shit together, it just makes that fucking character a lot more villainous. If that makes sense. Oh shit! Almost died there.
Yeah.
Fucking dope.
Yeah. No. I totally. Yeah. I love that. Because especially when they successfully pull it off in a way where you're just like guessing the entire time and you can't quite put it together because it could potentially be any number of these people that you have figured out, right? But like you just don't know, and then all of a sudden one of your prime suspects dies and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, because like there were two characters from the rip, right? One I got right because it's the one that I was like thinking right from the offset, but I was like, nah, that's too early. That's too early. But there was just something about that ginger fucking man. Like, I don't know what the fuck it was. You guy's not ginger, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, there was just something off-putting about like when that character first got introduced, and I was like, I don't trust you, man. And then when you caught on, and then you basically fucking like was thinking the same shit, but you like made it apparent to me when we were watching the film, I was just sitting there laughing too as well, and I was like, God damn it. Because I was hoping that we were going to have two different picks, you know what I mean? Kind of make it a little bit more interesting, but I mean, like,
well, I think
go ahead.
We both had the same pick for the one person, but then the other person, we were both kind of like, I had picked out who I thought it was, which it did end up being, and then you had picked out somebody else that you thought maybe it was, and then I think you kind of flipped around a little bit there for a minute, but like, I think we were both kind of on the same page about it. Like, there was a couple characters where you're like, okay, maybe it could be potentially, but
yeah, because there was like certain like revolutions within the character story fucking that actually made me think that, oh, maybe there's this motherfucker, and then like that person gets picked off, and it's like, well, there goes that off my fucking radar.
Right.
But no, it's an overall fucking enjoyable film. Like, you can't go wrong with a film like Scream. Like, I know a lot of people don't think that the series is tiresome. Motherfucker, Scream ain't no goddamn fucking Fast and Furious, all right? they're not putting fucking Ghostface in space. Like, fuck that noise.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine that?
The Jason space one.
Hey, I actually like that movie, man. It's that movie's fucking hilarious.
You do? Yeah. Okay, the best part was the sleeping bag part. Can we agree?
Yeah, but I mean, we've already seen that though in previous fucking Jason fucking movies though.
I know, but it was just so funny. That
it's always gonna be funny, man. Because who the fuck is gonna sit there and not laugh at the fact of people fucking getting killed by a fucking, like, you know what I mean, like in a sleeping bag, being smacked off of a tree like a fucking rag doll.
Oh my god.
That shit is hilarious.
It was super funny. Yeah, it was super funny.
All right, well,
that was like the best part of that one for me.
Yeah, for sure it was.
But and then so then the ending for Scream, right, totally leaves there's like this huge opening setup for the next fucking movie, and like 5 million ideas of where I want this movie to go, but like we just have to wait and see what happens. But
Right,
like,
yeah,
it has the potential.
Yeah, it got me
to be fucking
theorizing too.
amazing.
Yeah, it got me theorizing a lot about some interesting shit too.
Like, it could potentially be, I don't know, like, I'm obviously not going to say like the best one, but it could be a really, really fucking good one.
It just, I think a
Like,
lot of
one
people
in
are
a
very,
million.
very quick to judge fucking movies nowadays, man. Like, I mean, I'm a prime example of that too, because I thought to myself, I'm like, man, I'm not watching this, man. This is gonna be fucking terrible. You know what I mean? It's just now for a cash grab. That's all it really is. You know what I mean? But it turned out that no, actually, there was a lot of love and thought and care that went into this fucking movie. They didn't like.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. If I would have fucking known this movie was actually going to be like pretty damn good, I would have up and actually went and saw it in theaters when it came out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's definitely a really, really good popcorn flick. And again, it's a slasher movie, man. Like, slasher films are like the perfect fucking popcorn flick.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way around that shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so is there anything else that you want to add before we end this first episode off there, Faye? I'm not sure what I'm going to call this series, but we'll figure out something.
All I want to say is that even if you're apprehensive about watching it, because it's been going on for a long time, you should still like check it out because it was really fucking good. Like, we were really surprised about it.
Yeah. It's not half bad. Like, if you actually give it a fucking fair shake, it's actually really, really good.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to add.
All right. Well, I think that'll be it for the first episode of. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this, but we'll figure out a name. But yeah, I look forward to more of these types of videos because we're going to be watching a shit ton of movies in the fucking foreseeable future. So, hell yeah.
For sure.
All right. Peace.